As you can see here, I have the terms and disclaimer for content. All of this is my opinion and secondhand news. If you want to sue somebody, go to the damn source, not me. Because all you're going to get is some canned vegetables and some bills, alright? So, once again, all of this is my opinion, secondhand news. You wouldn't be here had you watched the news. So there we go. Let's begin.
Let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it.
Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. I'm on 10.
What's up? As you can see, I have taken off the helmet because apparently we got punks in our goddamn Congress, and really, I don't know what else to say. I'm very disappointed once again by this fucking country. Thank you. I thought y'all were more intelligent last year. I was wrong. I thought we could fight the good fight this year. Again, I was wrong. 3 times and I'm out. I give up. So I'm not good with gambling. I'ma call it as it is right now. So hey, how y'all doing? Let me go ahead and say it.
Hello, motherfucker. Hello. Hi.
So I've said my hellos and shit. I will tell you right now, there's a good chance that I might have to change my time from 6:30 to possibly 7:30. I might have a job. I don't know, because they just changed my orientation day, and I don't know what the hell's going on. But no worries. It's not a big conglomerate. I'm actually going to be trying to help patients. Wow. I hope I work it out. I hope I don't get cussed out. Alright, anyways, let's go check out the celeb news. I'm trying to be happy about the shit, but like I said, that damn fight has wore my ass out. Alright, here we go. God dang it. Number lock. So, 5 black celebs helping out SNAP recipients during the government shutdown. Because technically, I think we're still shut down. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I know yesterday we were. Y'all, while the government is playing who can be the pettiest with our SNAP benefits, leaving millions of Americans wondering if Thanksgiving is about to be renamed Thanks for Nothing, even though I ain't celebrating that shit anyways, black celebrities said not on our watch, and I'm not talking about no performative Instagram post with a prayer hands emoji. I'm talking about real action with real money, feeding real people. We got SZA out here partnering with John and Vinny's in LA to drop 1,400 free meals like she's running a one-woman relief from Friday the 11th to the 18th. If you got SNAP benefits, you eating good courtesy of the top dog herself. She really said, y'all, I love this restaurant, but it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. That's the community spirit. We need more of these motherfuckers like that. She didn't have to do this. She could have been somewhere working on her next album or counting her Grammy nominations, and I'll tell you more about that. But instead, she's making sure families got food on the table, and it's not just any food. John and Vinny's is that good Italian spot celebrities be posting about. Well, that's good shit. So folks are getting quality meals, not no struggle sandwiches. Tyler Perry now, this man dropped $1.4 million. I told y'all about this last week. To Meals on Wheels Atlanta and the Atlanta Community Food Bank. But here's what gets me. Tyler knows what it's like to be homeless, sleeping in his car, wondering where the next meal is coming from. So when he sees folks struggling, he doesn't just write a check, he writes a big check with all them Medea zeros on it, even though I still am very irritated about those damn plot holes. He told People magazine, if you've never been poor, you don't understand what SNAP means to hardworking people, to our seniors, and to our children. Facts, Tyler. Facts. This man went from homeless to hundreds of millions. That's a blessing, and he ain't forgot the journey. That's why when the government fails, Tyler Perry Studios basically becomes a relief center. He probably got Medea in the kitchen right now making plates. I have questions if that's the case. Monica and her husband Shannon Brown are linking up with V103 on November 26th for Feeding Atlanta, serving hot meals at the municipal court. Now, Monica's been through her own struggles and she knows what it's like when the cupboard's looking sparse. She's not just showing up for a photo op, she's going to be there serving plates, probably singing to folks, making sure everybody feels seen and valued. Because that's what it's about, not just feeding bodies but feeding souls too. Meanwhile, Charlemagne, I ain't saying the rest of his name, he irritated the fuck out of me, but he's out here feeding 200 families in South Carolina and matching donations up to 25,000 meals in New York. He said Thanksgiving might be off the table for many families, but not New Yorkers take care of their own. This man really said, I'm matching donations to remind people that New Yorkers take care of our own. But ain't you from South? Okay. You know how much 25,000 meals cost? That's mortgage money. But Charlemagne understands that when you make it, you're supposed to reach back. Yeah, I wish a lot of people thought that. He probably got Uncle Charla's conscience telling him to do more. And Keith Lee, the food critic with the massive TikTok following, he used his platform to call out restaurants and brands to step up. He straight up said he don't want no money for this, just feed the people. This man reviews restaurants for a living. He knows who got resources. He's using his influence to create a whole movement. Every restaurant he's ever given a good review to should be lining up to help. This is what happens when successful black folks remember where they came from. They don't just climb the ladder, they send the elevator down. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't sit up there and be like that crab. You reach back in that goddamn bucket and link up with people. Pull them out that damn bucket. Anyways, we build escalators, they install ramps, while politicians arguing about whose fault it is. Our celebrities out here doing the government what the government refuses to be. It's the truth. That's all I gotta say about that shit. What do you want me to say? So anyways, before we continue, I'm going to go ahead and do my little commercial. As always, if you have any suggestions, advice, or whatever, please leave it in the comments. Just come at me straight, and I'll come back at you the same way. And I actually consider your thoughts, because I've warped this thing a lot since I started. Anyways, check this out.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah, it's just me and the fam. See my little Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. Little ones go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turned.
Alright, I already told y'all how I feel about this whole situation, but I guess I gotta repeat myself. Why ending the shutdown made Democrats look weak, but also made them look human. I'm not sure about human. I would say greedy in my opinion. But I would also like to think that they're not gonna leave us hanging. I hope that's that optimistic side that sometimes comes out every blue moon. But I've talked to federal workers, and I feel like a lot of Americans agreed to fight the good fight. We were behind y'all. I think that showed in the damn elections, but I could be wrong. Let's talk about it. So 7 Democrats and 1 independent just played themselves harder than a bootleg DVD at the barbershop. These folks ended the longest government shutdown in history looking like naive weaklings. And honestly, that's being generous. They folded faster than a lawn chair at a family reunion when somebody yells, "Fight!" Let me paint you a picture that the mainstream media won't show you. There's a 10-year-old boy in rural South Carolina who doesn't know nothing about political chess games. He doesn't understand supply side economics or partition politics. All he knows is mama's food stamps got cut and the pantry's running low. He's watching his mother do that math that poor people know too well. The kind where $20 gotta stretch like it made of rubber. I'm telling you, I'm always looking for shit that's on sale. You will not catch me trying to buy some holiday shit. I wait until about a week later if it's still there. I'm not in a rush. Anyways, but what's the media talking about? Air traffic controllers and long airport lines. Meanwhile, this kid's watching his mama cry because she can't figure out how to make nothing stretch into something. She doesn't know that thing where she says she's not hungry at dinner. So the kid, she's doing that thing where she says she's not hungry at dinner so the kids can eat more. You know what I'm talking about. Here's the tea that'll burn your tongue. The USDA says white folks make up the largest group getting food assistance. Let me say that again for the people in the back. White folks are the biggest group on food stamps, but percentage-wise, black families are disproportionately relying on this help to feed their kids. We're talking about 35% of black households with children experience food insecurity. Yet somehow, the conversation always turns to what people buying with their EBT cards. Oh, they buying potato chips and soda. So what? Since when did being poor mean you can't have a snack? Real talk, I be trying to buy sensible stuff too. Shit. But just trying to eat healthy costs more. Fuck. I can get more chemical packed shit for $20 than I can an actual nutritious meal, because the fucking meal shit, the meat probably costs more than the damn $20. Anyways, let's see. Rich people buy dumb stuff all the time. Ever seen what a $500 wine opener looks like? 'Cause I don't. People love to talk about bad decisions and laziness when it comes to food assistance. They act like poverty is a moral failing instead of a systemic issue. But the 10-year-old didn't make no decisions except being born. He didn't choose his zip code, his school district, or his mother's job that doesn't pay enough. He just needs to eat so he can focus in school, so he can grow up and maybe become that doctor, teacher, or journalist who changes the game. But nah, let's play political chicken while actual children go to bed hungry. And we're not even talking about color on that. So, and I'll tell you real truth, everybody's sitting up there thinking it. I'll call a spade a spade. Some people, when they have food stamps, they're not just feeding themselves. They're also feeding other households that don't have enough. So if you don't realize it, some people are actually feeding themselves, and when they have a little extra, they feed someone else's household. How about that? I bet you didn't know that bullshit. Well, it's not bullshit, but I bet you didn't know that, because it's getting ridiculous. I still don't know how the hell to scam people with food stamps. I'm not trying to find out. I've heard of it, but I still ain't figured out. So anyways, let's talk about these damn Democrats who caved. They really thought they were being adults in the room by ending the shutdown without getting anything in return. You just put us through all that damn pain for nothing. You didn't get nothing. The whole concept was put us through the pain so we can get something out the situation. Not put us through the pain just to elongate issues and actually fucking fuck up the whole system for nothing. You dumbass bastards. Anyways, healthcare premiums are still going up. SNAP benefits still getting cut. But hey, at least the airport's running smooth, right? They negotiated like somebody trading a PlayStation 5 for a broken Nintendo 64. The Republicans played them like a fiddle at a country concert, and now our communities are paying the price. And the wild part, this affects rural white communities too, but they so busy worried about welfare queens, a racist myth from the Reagan era. I have yet to meet a welfare queen at all. I still don't know how you turn food stamps into money. Anyways, they don't realize their neighborhood struggling, divide and conquer working exactly as intended. While we fighting each other over crumbs, the real thieves in Congress giving themselves raises. I can't get over the fuck that these bastards did all this shit and went on a damn paid vacation. You can't be serious. You got to be making this shit up. But yeah, so there you go. And I was just about to, maybe it was me. Maybe I jinxed it because I called them motherfuckers, and maybe the fact that I was going to call them again this week to ask them not to fold. Maybe that's what did it. I don't know. See, this is why I mind my business. Shit happens like that. Hopefully they do something in December, or they try to hold the line in January, because I believe that's as far as this agreement is funded. Shit, hold the fucking line, jackasses. And the fucked up thing to me is half of these motherfuckers did that shit because nobody can do anything to them. Oh, we gotta change these rules. This is so fucked up. Anyways, moving on. I talked about this a little last time, but now they done put the story up, and I'm gonna put it up here because I'm too lazy to make my own story up. So here we go. Well, I'm too lazy to, do actual journalism. Anyways, there we go. So churches refuse to help feed starving baby. The internet explodes. I was actually shocked as hell about that shit, and I wish more people would do that. Maybe then we would have people be more conscious about actually giving people what they're supposed to. Like all these these corporations and shit. Not just the churches, the corporations. Well, they turn into churches into corporations, but you know what I mean. Anyways, maybe we need to do that. We just need to start doing these like random calls, because we used to have people that used to do that. Those mystery shoppers and shit. What happened to that job? Anyways, Nicole Monroe, a self-proclaimed left-wing veteran lesbian, just exposed the church community harder than a surprise paternity test on Maury, which is fucked up. This woman conducted a social experiment that's got pastors sweating more than a sinner in the front row. She called up to 42 churches pretending to need baby formula for a starving infant. She even had a baby crying sound in the background for full effect. Guess how many said yes? 9. That's right. 33 churches heard a baby crying and said, not our problem. That's a 78% failure rate. If this was a test, the church community just got an F minus. See, this is why I sat up here and I said I wanted to follow the faith of the Messiah, because of what we doing ain't right. This is ridiculous. In my life, I've only met maybe 1 or 2 real Christians. I'm not talking about these people that go to church every Saturday and read their Bible. I'm talking about people that actually practice what is in the Bible. Like, they don't care what your orientation is. They don't care how old you are. They just accept you as a human being. So anyways, this is sad. But here's where it gets spicy enough to make your grandma clutch her pearls. The ones who did help: a mosque, black churches, and a Buddhist temple. It's almost like oppressed communities understand what struggle actually looks like. The Muslims said, come get what you need, sister. The Buddhists probably meditated on compassion and then opened their wallets. And the black churches, well, we've been knowing how to make a way out of no way since forever. Meanwhile, some of these mega churches with parking lots looking like car dealerships said we couldn't help at this time. I don't understand that shit either, because it's like, why do you have a Megatron screen? The Messiah was never flashy. A lot of these churches are so goddamn flashy, it's ridiculous. I feel comfortable in small churches, me personally. I gotta go find a new one. But anyways, let's continue this. Alright, so the excuses were wild though. Some deacon talking about we need to verify the situation first. Sir, did the Messiah ask for 3 forms of ID and a background check before multiplying them loaves and fishes? Did he run a credit report before healing the sick? I must have missed that verse. And another church said they only help members of their congregation. So salvation is free, but baby formula requires a membership card? Make it make sense. But wait, it gets better. Some churches said they don't give money to random strangers. Isn't that literally what charity is? They suggested she go to a food bank or dedicated organization. So basically, we'll pray for you, but Walmart got formula on aisle 7. One church secretary actually said they get too many scam calls to help everyone. Imagine being so worried about being scammed out of $20 worth of formula that you let a baby potentially starve. The math ain't mathin'. I don't understand how some of y'all go to bed at night. The online reactions were everything. People asking why churches get tax exempt status if they only help their own members. It's like a cult. It sounds like a cult to me. That's not a church. That's a country club with hymns and a dress code. Someone said if you can afford a jumbo screen for worship but not baby formula for a stranger, you're worshiping wrong, and I totally agree. Another person pointed out that these are the same churches that be asking for tithes and offerings every Sunday, but can't offer help for any day of the week. This experiment really showed us who's about the action and who's just about that talk. It's given Matthew 25:40. Whatever you did for the least of these, you did for me. Apparently, a lot of churches forgot that part. They too busy building bigger buildings to remember the building bigger hearts. And I totally stand behind that because I'm trying to figure out how. Because the Messiah helped strangers, lepers, sick people, whores, all kind of horrible people, thieves, murder. He helped them. He brought them to the light. He fed them. These are the scum of the scum, as you would call them. But he saw them as what they really were, humans. And apparently we can't do that now. I mean, what is the point of paying tithes if that money is, I couldn't understand that for the longest, because tithes is basically your 10% you owe to the Lord, not the church, the Lord. So why don't you just go ahead and take that 10% if they want it so bad? Why don't you take that 10% and do what you need to do for your fellow human? That's what I have to ask. That's what I'm trying to do. If I got that 10%, I'd rather give it to someone who needs it. I'd rather pay for your meal. I'd rather donate to like a food bank. I would rather do for you than give it to a church if I don't know where it's going. And I'm sick and tired of going to churches with building funds. I've been trying to figure that one out for the longest. Building funds, the church looks great, but we got a building fund. I still haven't figured that one out. Y'all be having building funds for the longest, but the building is fine. That building fund never gets high either. It never gets met. You never meet the goal. I only seen it once, and guess what happened? The whole church disappeared. There was a hole in the ground, and I couldn't find the church for a week until somebody told me they moved into the school's auditorium. But that's another story. Anyways, we gonna move on to, let's see, this next story, because it's gonna be something stupid. Oh Lord, yeah, it's dark. All right. Here we go, because I don't understand.
Emotional content.
So, domestic A suspects returns to alleged victim's house 1 hour after his release to do the unthinkable. You ever just want to hit somebody in the head with a pot just to see if you hear like an echo? Because this man ain't smart at all. He got all that damn hair on his head. The hair must be sucking out all the brains. That's what it gotta be. Anyways, James Bowman III, there's 2 more of these motherfuckers, really said, let me speed run getting locked up again. This 40-year-old genius got arrested in Waldorf, Maryland for DV, punching a woman in the face and biting her hand. Biting? What are you, a toddler? They released him on purpose on personal recognizance, which basically means they trusted him to act right. I don't know. He bit a woman. Why would you think he would act right if he bit a woman? Within 1 hour, not 1 day, not 1 week, 1 hour, he was back at her house for round 2. The fuck? This isn't a video game. You ain't Ryu. This man looked at Freedom and said, nah, I'm good. Dude, Why didn't you just go punch a cop then? Shit, why you gotta go back to this woman's house? At 1 a.m., this fool forced open the door on Drake Court while she's holding a toddler. The baby got hit in the forehead. Let that sink in. This man was so focused on violence that he hit a baby. Oh, y'all, you Lord Jesus, I think I'm about to pass out from the stupidity. When police showed up, the woman was covered in, you know what she was covered in, it's red. The child needed medical treatment. This wasn't just DV. This was terrorism in the household. This man needs to go to send his ass to El Salvador. Shit. How do you get out of jail and your first thought is, let me go finish what I started? That's not anger, that's evil. Hell yeah. Retired Judge Stephen Platt, keeping it 100, saying he dealt with the defendant who straight up told him she deserved it and she'll get it again. The audacity. The judge said his approach is simple. If you're a danger to anyone, I'm keeping you locked up. Sorry, not sorry, he said. My attitude was, if you are a danger to anyone, then I'm going to err on the side of caution, and if I'm wrong, meaning it wasn't necessary to incarcerate you, I'm sorry about that, but that's part of my job. That's the energy we need. No more of this personal recognizance for violent offenders. He bitter. That should have told you right there. When someone gives up on the fist and starts using teeth and bodily fluids, that motherfucker ain't got no sense. This bastard bitter. He should have never been let out. Oh my lord. Anyways, they hit him with assault and child A charges, and this time no bond. Good. Shouldn't have had a bond in the first place. Keep that energy. But here's what kills me. It took him assaulting her twice and hitting a baby for them to hold him without bond. Why wasn't the first assault enough? Why did she have to get bloodied up twice? Why did a toddler have to get hurt? Experts saying the government shutdown and winter weather might increase the DV, but let's be clear, ain't no shutdown or cold weather making you put hands on women and babies. That's all you, sir. Weather don't make you violent. Being a terrible person makes you violent. The shutdown didn't make you bite somebody. What are you, Mike Tyson? Winter didn't make you hit a baby. That's a choice you made. And let's talk about the system that let him out in the first place. Personal recognizance for DV? They really thought he was going to go home and think about what he did. This man went home, thought about round 2. The system failed this woman and her child. How many times we got to see this movie before we change the ending? The woman locked herself in a room to call 911. Imagine that terror. You already traumatized. Now you got to barricade yourself in your home. And she had the baby with her, trying to protect that child while dealing with her own injuries. The strength it takes to survive that is incredible. The system made her have to do it, which is inexcusable. And this motherfucker need to go to El Salvador. That's all I'm gonna say. That motherfucker there. You got to be a stupid. That is not clout. That is the stupidest shit I ever seen. Alright, so yesterday was Veterans Day. I really don't know because I've been doing schoolwork since Monday. But we gonna talk about it because this shit right here is just disrespectful and all kinds of, hey Terry, all kinds of fucked up. You hear me alright? Let me finish this story and then I'm going to tell you the news I had said earlier. Give me just one moment. Let's see here now. Displays honoring black U.S. soldiers were removed from the WW2 cemetery. Man, I'm telling you right now, this world, I did not want to see Armageddon, but I guess I ain't got a choice. I'm living through it. Okay. The American Battle Monument Commission just showed us that racism got a passport and frequent flyer miles. They temporarily removed a display featuring Private George H. Pruitt, a black engineer who died saving his fellow soldiers in 1945. Oh, I sound muffled? How's that? Is that better? Let me know. Because I don't want to, not let everybody be able to hear me. Can you hear me now? Oh my God, I'm that damn commercial. I hope not. I'm gonna keep going though, cause I gotta get this story out. Anyways, let's see here now. They also permanently retired a panel about military segregation. Let me make sure you all heard that. They removed So what happened? You can't hear me now. You can't hear me? Lord, if I'm sitting up here ain't saying nothing, what the hell? That's all I gotta say. Okay, looks like I'm saying stuff. Okay. Alright, anyways, let me keep going. Let's see here now. Journalists visit the cemetery and couldn't find the 4 panels that supposedly feature black service members. They playing hide and seek with black history. These panels were just installed in 2024. They couldn't even last a full year before somebody got uncomfortable. What's uncomfortable about acknowledging that black soldiers fought and died for a country that made them sit in the back of the bus? Raphael Morris, whose uncle Julius Morris is buried there, said, what we're all thinking. I think it's all about race. They can deny it all they like, but the pattern is so clear. His uncle is one of 174 black soldiers resting at Margratine Cemetery among 8,200 Americans. These men died fighting Nazis, and now we're erasing their stories? The Nazis would be proud. That's literally what they wanted. The local Dutch mayor, Adeline, I ain't saying that last name because that's a K, a R, an I, but then there's a J and an N, and I don't know what that sound makes, okay? So I'm done. I'm done with that. Anyways, I was definitely not saying that damn name. But what did he say? Even wrote to the cemetery like, y'all need to put this back right now. When the Dutch people whose country we helped liberate are calling out your racism, you know you've messed up. The Dutch remember what these soldiers did. They adopt these graves, bring flowers, teach their children about the sacrifices made. But Americans can't even keep up a display. This connects directly to the Trump DEI crackdown earlier this year. Arlington Cemetery tried to remove references to black and female service members online. They only reversed it after getting dragged on social media like a bad wig. The Pentagon had to step in because the backlash was so severe. Now they're trying it overseas, thinking we won't notice. Samuel de Corte, a historian specializing in black World War II soldiers, said the experiences of black soldiers are already less known than their white counterparts. These men faced racism at home, segregation in the military, and still fought for freedom. They couldn't vote in many states, couldn't eat at the same restaurant as German POWs, that's fucked up, but they died for democracy. Private H. Pruitt died in 1945 rescuing another soldier. He didn't check if that soldier was black or white. He just saved a life. And this is how we honor him. By making him disappear. By acting like sacrifice matters less because of his skin in 2025. That's what we doing, The commission claiming they still have displays of black soldiers, but nobody can find them. It's giving I have black friends energy. Where are these displays? In the basement? In somebody's imagination? They temporarily removing things, but permanently retiring others. Pick a lie and stick with it, please. This is about more than just displays. This is about systemic erasure of black contribution to American history. They want the glory of victory without acknowledging who helped achieve it. They want to celebrate freedom while hiding the faces of those who died for it. Those soldiers deserve better. Their families deserve better, and history deserves better. God dang it, these bastards. This is why I have been trying to find these free online books Because at this point, nobody reads anymore. Shit, as soon as I get a chance and I settle down, I'm going to go find myself some, go find myself something to do. Like a printer or something, and just start printing shit out, because this is ridiculous. They're trying to take it all away, and it's not gonna work. Because if we left this fucking country, seriously, y'all wouldn't know what the fuck to do with yourselves. You really wouldn't. I wish y'all get off our asses, that's for sure. Alright, so let's go check out this next story, because it's irritating as hell too. Y'all motherfuckers think we don't think about stuff like this.
Emotional content.
Trump's EPA to black people, no environmental justice for you. Oh, hell. These motherfuckers get on my nerves. So the Trump administration just deleted a Biden-era rule faster than you delete your ex's number after they text "Hey stranger" at 2 a.m. Except this one was actually helping black and brown communities breathe. Whew. This EPA rule fast-tracked Freedom of Information Act requests about polluters in low-income communities. In plain English, it helped regular people find out who's poisoning their neighborhood before everybody gets cancer. Because we literally have a cancer lane in freaking Louisiana. We're about to have two. EPA spokesperson Carolyn Holran called it part of a radical agenda of wasteful DEI programs and environmental justice. Girl, what's radical about wanting clean air and water? What's wasteful about not wanting cancer clusters in black communities? You know what's really wasteful? Chemotherapy bills, funeral costs, children dying from preventable diseases because some corporation wanted to save money on waste disposal. Oh Lord. But let's keep going. This rule was specifically helping fight data centers in Memphis and Bessemer, Alabama. In Alabama. In Memphis, Elon Musk's colossal AI supercomputer is allegedly violating the Clean Air Act, contaminating a black neighborhood with gas turbines. The NAACP is ready to sue. They got lawyers lined up like Black Friday shoppers, but now getting the information to prove the damage just got 10 times harder. They are really trying to delete us. Yeah, they are. In Bessemer, Project Marvel wants to destroy 700 acres of forest for an AI facility. This thing could cover an area equal to 18 Walmart supercenters and use enough electricity to power a small city annually. For what? So AI can write better spam emails? The mayor and city officials sign NDAs about it. Secret pollution plans? That ain't right. They're literally keeping poisoning plants classified like nuclear codes. Matthew Tejada from the Natural Resource Defense Council said eliminating this rule pulls down a veil of secrecy, obscuring what this administration is actually up to. They want to approve these harmful projects in the dark like roaches scattering when you turn on the kitchen light. He said everyone but the most privileged now has few to zero means of engaging our government. So basically, if you're not rich enough to hire lawyers, you're not rich enough to breathe clean air. We all need to fucking exodus. We need to leave this fucking country. Let them have it. If they want it that damn bad, let them have it and let's get out of here. Look, the dumbass already said on the news we ain't got talent. Anyways. The rule wasn't even that radical. In 2024, they only expedited 15 requests while denying 300. That's a 95% denial rate. They were already barely helping, and that was too much for this administration. They act like giving people information about what's killing them is some kind of communist plot. How the hell is that a communist plot? Let's talk about what this means for real people. In black communities across America, asthma rates are through the roof. My mama got it. Cancer clusters popping up like gentrification coffee shops. Kids missing school because they can't breathe. Elderly people dying early from mysterious respiratory issues that ain't serious at all. That ain't mysterious at all. It's the factory down the street. The Biden rule required showing a pressing need to inform a community experiencing disproportionately high and adverse human health or environment effects. That's just common sense. If people are dying, they should know why. But apparently that's too woke for the EPA now. Since when is not wanting to die political? This fucking... Why did we let this motherfucker stay? He needs to be deported his damn self. I don't understand. I'm still up for deporting his ass. Oh, Lord Jesus. Alright, but that's it for the fucked up news. We about to get into that time. So let me go ahead and change my outfit. And let me go ahead and tell y'all right now. Matter of fact, I need to do a TED Talk. So let me go ahead and start an unhinged TED Talk because I need to tell y'all some stuff. Some stuff has changed. I gotta rearrange some things. And so, yeah, I need to do an unhinged TED Talk. Okay, so, yeah, it's time for me to just go ahead and talk to y'all face to face about this shit. One, I might have a job. I was supposed to go to orientation tomorrow, but they went ahead and moved it to Friday. So hopefully Friday I will have orientation and I will start on Monday at a call center helping medical patients. So with that, my schedule will move. So I think I might have to change the channel, this cast to 7:30 instead of 6:30. I do apologize, but I gotta fit in the time. That's all I want. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Now, I have been thinking for a long time, and I'm pretty sure that I might be correct. Tonight's TED Talk topic, this fucking administration is the Antichrist. Yeah, that's what I think. Oh yeah, and about that job, it's temporary until it's supposed to go till January 31st. But the good thing is, if I make it to January 31st, they can put me on some more IT jobs that will help me with my master's. So that's why I'm doing it. It's a huge pay cut. It's like half of what I used to make. But you gotta start sometimes you fall down and you gotta start up somewhere, some way. You know what I'm saying? But let me go back to my TED Talk. I'm pretty damn sure these motherfuckers are demons. I'm pretty sure, because I can't fathom how a human can cause this much grief, this much pain, and this much idiocy and go to sleep normally. All of them. I'm talking about all of them. The fucking human snake, Steve Miller, that damn human Cabbage Patch that apparently can't keep his hands off of the dead jerk's wife. It's all of that whole group. Voight, that fucking snake, the dumbass. Every time I see that one dude that's talking about finances, I want to punch him right in his face. You know, that one that lived in the pink house. I forgot his name. I can't stand seeing him. I want to punch him in the face. The crazy ass Lubbock one with the one, is his name Lubbock? I don't know. The one with the damn fucking bald all around, but he got that damn hair around. The George Jefferson one, that white dude right there, the excited one. He need to go somewhere. All of them are evil. I'm under the impression these are not humans. These are evil. These are possessed vessels. Those motherfuckers are possessed by the devil. That's that's what I think. I've come to that conclusion because, I cannot understand. I've been thinking and more my hair is turning white. Not gray, white. And I've come to the conclusion that nobody can be this evil but the devil. So you motherfuckers are not. You motherfuckers are not human. That's what I've gotten to. So I wanted to say that real quick as well, just to get that off my chest, because I've been trying to figure this shit out. Every fucking thing that's wrong with this world seems to have accumulated and metastasized into the Trump administration. That's basically what I'm saying. I thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I just wanted to get that off my chest because I just don't get that motherfucker at all, and that's the only conclusion I can come up to without my brain exploding in my head for fun. Because I'm telling you right now, I haven't figured out yet how this dude could be such a horrible. I don't know how you could lie so much. Damn, I would have an ulcer. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and slip out of that outfit and get into my other outfit. It's Terry's favorite time of the show. It's time to play Fuck Around and Find Out. I know what the title is, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, but let's call a spade a spade. Fuck around and find out.
I don't want the second, I want this. I'm all in my ass way, I'm a red. I've been moving like a hot mess.
Alright, for real, have y'all heard? Did you hear this dumbass screaming about $200,000? Hey, girl! Yeah, Joker, I'm about to start I'ma have, if I get this job, because I have to go to orientation. I was going to go to orientation tomorrow, but apparently got moved to Friday. So I'm going to take tomorrow and go ahead and continue doing my homework and braiding my hair up. And then I'll go to orientation, and they said I start on Monday, and it's from 10 to 6. So I'm going to move my newscast to 7:30 if these people are for real. Because with my luck, you never know. But anyways, let's talk about this one here. So, experts have slammed Trump's plan to give out $2,000 dividends from tariff revenue. How about you just don't have tariffs? How about that, you dumbass motherfucker? God, I hate that guy so much. The $2 isn't believable. Girl, why the hell did somebody actually send me an email? I have a little pen pal in Japan. I think he's over in Osaka, up there. But anyways, he was sitting up there, not Osaka, Hokkaido. But he was sitting up there talking about, oh, I heard your president's going to give you $2,000. I quickly replied, he's lying. I'm waiting for his reply now. I'm still waiting for his reply. And Joker, yes, I was very much disappointed again. When right after I said I was gonna call again, the motherfuckers fucking folded. So yeah, I already talked about that earlier, but I'm still pissed off about that bullshit. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so Donald Trump just promised everyone $2,000 checks funded by tariffs and economics everywhere. Just had a collective aneurysm. This man on Truth Social about giving dividends from tariff money, paying at least $2,000 per person, not including high income people. He also said leftover funds would pay down the national debt. Sir, what leftovers? This is like saying you'll buy a mansion with your tax refunds when you owe the IRS. He could just skip taxes for about 10 years. I'll be straight. He ain't gonna do that. Then people won't be rich. You know that. Let's do the math that Trump clearly didn't do. We collected $195 billion in custom duties this year, sending 2,000 to just 100 million people cost $200 billion. You get that? Let me say that again. We got $195 billion in custom duties this year. To send everybody, not even everybody, just 100 million people $2,000 each will cost $200 billion. Billion with a B. We're already $5 billion in negative. And his ass is not helping because he's always going golfing and shit. That is it me, or does he always look like he stink? I swear to God, every time I see that orange fucker, he look like he stink. Anyways, but wait, there's about 260 million adults in America. Even if we exclude high income people, whoever the hell that is in Trump's mind, we're still talking about 200 million people. That's 400 billion. The math ain't mathing. Exactly. Are you trying to be a co-host again? I'm watching you. I'm doing the finger thing right now. I'm doing the finger thing. If we get 10 more people to subscribe, they will see me doing the finger thing to you. Anyways, so that's 400 billion. The Committee for a Reasonable Federal Budget says that it could cost 600 billion total. We don't have that money. That's like me promising everyone in the neighborhood a Tesla when I'm driving a 2003 Honda Civic. I do not have a Honda Civic. I have a Hyundai, and it's a 2021. I'm still paying on that bitch. And it's not a Civic. Here's the part that kills me. Tariffs are paid by U.S. importers who pass costs to consumers. We're literally already paying these tariffs through higher prices on everything from electronics to clothing. So if Trump wants to give us back money we're already paying, whoo, that's like robbing Peter to pay Peter and calling it a gift. It's like your landlord raising your rent by $500 and giving you $200 bonus and expecting gratitude. That's how I ended up homeless, motherfuckers. That's how I ended up homeless. Let me see here now. She's let me not saying anything. Sheesh. No, don't you go there. Don't you go there. I'm just watching you. I'm just watching you. That's all. I'm just watching, making sure. Because the last time you almost took over the show, girl. Anyways. Let's see here now. Brett House from Columbia Business School said it best. You can't recycle a tax that's already been paid by the household and call it a dividend. The Yale Budget Lab found current tariffs will cost the average household $1,800 next year. So he's going to charge us $1,800 to give us $2,000 back. That's the Trump University math right there. The Treasury Secretary, that's his name, Scott Bessent. I want to punch him in the face so much. I can't stand him. Every time I see him, he look like he's getting ready to get punched in the face. Oh, God, he has a shit-eating grin, too. I really want to punch that dude. Anyways, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told ABC he hasn't even discussed with Trump. There's no formal proposal, no plan, no mechanism. This is literally a tweet masquerading as policy. Why the hell are government people tweeting in the first place? I've been trying to figure that out since the fucking beginning of this shit. Anyways, I don't know what to tell y'all. Next, he'll promise everyone a unicorn funded by Mexico. I don't want a unicorn. Shit. You know how much? I don't know how much they shit. Even if these checks somehow materialize through magic or fraud, most likely fraud, experts warn they can cause inflation. I thought we were already going through inflation. Or is this a recession? I don't know. The Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis found pandemic stimulus paycheck payments raised prices by 2.6% points. Financial analyst Stephen Cates explained when more money comes into the economy to chase the same amount of goods, it's inflationary. So even if he could do it, he would make everything more expensive. This motherfucker, everything he touches turns to shit. This is not the Midas touch, dude. Plus, the Supreme Court is reviewing Trump's tariff policies right now. If they rule against him, the government might have to refund billions to importers, erasing the very revenue he claims to have. We could end up owing money. Ed Mills from Raymond James summed it up perfectly. The numbers, the legality, and the economics just don't line up. This is political promise, not an economic plan. This is what happens when you run governments like a reality show. Just making wild promises with no plan, no budget, no basic understanding of environments. It's giving Mexico will pay for the wall energy. How'd that work out? Lord have mercy. I'm telling y'all, I'm getting to it. I am getting to the where to move. Because I don't think when this motherfucker is done, I'm starting to think this damn country ain't gonna be worth it for none of us. If you brown and you actually have logical thinking and you're actually not asinine, yeah, you probably be better off leaving this fucking country. I think this dumbass is about to casino us. Real talk. I think he's about to casino us. Lord, give us grace. Give us power. Here we go. Moving on. Cause the shit ain't over. This dumbass. Have y'all ever heard of this dumbass here? I see. Look. My views are my views, my own. If I agree with something, I agree with it. If I disagree with something, I disagree with it. It's me. Got it? That doesn't affect nobody else. So I want to know for real, this bitch here, why the fuck is she so concerned with people marrying people? Why should it matter? I fucking don't understand. Just leave. This is why I said, if you mind your business, we can have world peace. That's how you get world peace. Girl, yeah. I told y'all. He done fucked us over. He fucked us over. He just did that because he didn't know what he was doing. I should have put that thing out. I'm also going to put out, I've been waiting on it and shit, but yeah, that's another thing I need to get out. The fucking I Got Smoke series where I talk about and explain shit and explain to y'all what tariffs are. Yeah, we're going to fucking end up owing people because this motherfucker doesn't know fucking economics. Yay! This is what happens when you hire unqualified people. I wish I had a rainbow. Anyways, let me tell you about this bitch. Kim Davis really thought the Supreme Court was going to overturn marriage equality because she acts nicely. This woman filed an appeal trying to reverse the 2015 Obergefell decision, and the court rejected her without even a comment. That's the legal equivalent of leaving her on red and blocking her number. This bitch is crazy. I still don't understand. Are you sleeping in that couple's house? Why does it matter if two men or two women or two whatever the fucks want to get married? Why? I don't get it. It's none of your fucking business. You're not God. If it's right or if it's wrong, guess what? That's not your job, bitch. This woman still owes $360,000 to the couple she denied marriage licenses to back in 2015. That's $360,000. Do you know how pressed you gotta be to still be fighting this 9 years later? Do you have a worm in your brain? I'm starting to wonder, maybe that's an epidemic. Maybe there's more worms in people's brains than we realize. Anyways, while still owing more than most people's mortgages, she could have bought a house, started a business, or minded her own business. But instead, she's still mad that gay people can get married. But why does it matter to you? Are you following them? Do they owe you money? Why? Are you still getting paid, right? You still getting food? You still got a house? So why does it matter? Shit. Do you even remember their faces? Oh. Anyways, her lawyers kept citing Justice Clarence Thomas, the Toad, who's been side-eyeing the Obergefell decision since day one. They really thought Thomas was going to come through like a superhero. Bitch, his whole race don't back him. But even Thomas couldn't save her, paying up Chief Justice Roberts and Justice Alito's dissented in the original case. But even they're not trying to revisit this mess. When even the conservative justices are like, girl, let it go. You know it's over. She should have lost her job. She shouldn't have a public job if she doesn't want to do it. She shouldn't be out of jail. In my opinion, shit. This woman is just, she's going to go down with the ship. That's why I don't understand. We just need to do an exodus. Good grief. Alright, and Terry, I'm sorry if you're scared. I'm sorry if you think I'm going to jump on you. I'm not. Anyways, her lawyer is cited. Yeah, I already said that. Remember, this is the same Kim Davis who went to jail for contempt, became a right-wing martyr, got released, and then had deputies issue licenses without her name because she was too petty to do her job. She cited her Christian faith for refusing to do her government job. Ma'am, if your faith conflicts with your job duties, maybe find a different job. Girl, she was saying the math wasn't mathing, and I jumped on her because I thought she was gonna take over my show again. But where did she go? I know she ain't serious. I know she didn't take that serious. But anyway, where was I? You can't work at McDonald's. Yeah, like, you can't work at McDonald's and refuse to serve burgers because you're vegan. That's the dumbest thing in the world. Kentucky ended up removing all clerk names from marriage licenses statewide because of her drama. She literally caused so much chaos that they had to change the whole system. That's like being such a bad driver, they redesigned the whole highway. After all that, she still lost her re-election in 2018. The people of Rowan County said, we've had enough. What gets me is the audacity that she keeps fighting this. Gay people married doesn't affect your marriage any more than people eating donuts affects your diet. But here she is 9 years later still trying to control other people's love lives while owing more money than most people see in a decade. Man, I wish somebody owed me $360. I'd be on them like a goddamn shit. I'd be on them like a damn tumor. The Supreme Court didn't even dignify her petition with a response. They just said denied and kept it moving. No explanations, no discussion, just no. That's how irrelevant her argument is in 2025. Marriage equality is the law of the land, period. Yeah, she has it's the First Amendment. She has the amendment, but yet this is my private show. Touche. Miss Joker. I will not be dealing with a coup. Anyways, let's see here now. We've had enough. What gets me is let's see. Alright. And let's be real. If your religious conviction costs you $360,000, maybe God is trying to tell you something. I gotta get that soundtrack. Maybe the message is mind your business, do your job. But she's not listening. She's out there fighting battles that been over, wars that been won. She trying to turn back time like she's Cher. Girl, I know. I'm not holding nothing at this point. I'm so medicated. I'm cool. I'm copacetic. I'm paranoid because of this crazy ass damn government, but I'm cool. Moving on. Let's see. Okay, so I honestly don't give a damn about this, but everybody's be asking for it, and if it gets his ass out of office, then I'm all for it. What the newly released Jeffrey Epstein emails say about Donald Trump. So new emails just dropped harder than a mixtape, and Trump's name is all over them like sauce on wings. Ooh, I would love some wings. Democrats on the House Oversight Committee released messages from 2011 to 2019 showing Jeffrey Epstein telling Ghislaine Maxwell that Trump knew about the girls and had asked her to stop. To stop, not call the police, not save those children, just stop, like he was asking to quit smoking in the building. Epstein called Trump the dog that hasn't barked, meaning Trump stayed quiet about a victim who spent hours at Epstein's house with him. Epstein wrote to Maxwell, I want you to realize that dog doesn't bark, that the dog that doesn't bark is Trump. They just say the victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. That's not suspicious at all. They're like being at a bank robbery and nobody mentioning you were counting the money. Another email suggests Trump asked Epstein to resign from Mar-a-Lago, so you knew enough to kick him out of your club, but not enough to call the FBI. You can ban him from your golf course, but can't pick up the phone to protect children. The math ain't mathin', like Terry said, and the story ain't storying. Representative Robert Garcia said these emails raise glaring questions about what the White House is hiding and the nature of the relationship. See, yeah, she used to me. I wasn't trying to take your show. I'm just commenting. I'm used to you. Yeah, we used to each other. That's why I'm not going off about it. She was gonna come back. Let's see here now. Representative Robert Garcia said these emails raise glaring questions about what else the White House is hiding and the nature of the relationship between Epstein and the president. Trump's calling it a hoax, a Democratic hoax, his favorite two words when evidence shows up with receipts, screenshots, and timestamps. These thousands of documents came from Epstein's estate and have never been public before. They've been sitting there like a ticking time bomb. And now, boom! Trump and Epstein were buddies in the 1990s and 2000s. Trump said they had a falling out over Epstein's behavior, but these emails painting a whole different picture. It's giving, I barely knew him while those photos of y'all at every party. The pervert woman currently serving 20 years, probably somewhere with a tell-all book. Epstein died in jail under mysterious circumstances that had everybody looking sideways. And Trump's out here acting like he was just the coffee boy in the whole situation. So we got emails. In 2025, everything's got a digital footprint. What's really wild is thinking about all the powerful people who knew and said nothing. Trump knew about the girls, but was more concerned about keeping quiet than keeping children safe. That's not complicity. That's active participation in a cover-up. And how many victims could have been saved if someone had spoken up? The fact that Trump's silence was valuable enough for Epstein to mention it in emails tells you everything. Your silence was currency in a child A ring, and now you want to leave the country again. Somebody get his ass out of here. The man knew The man who knew about the trafficked girls did nothing, wants to be in charge of protecting America's children, and we all know who he put in charge of children's physical education. Oh my God, that's terrifying. This man is so fucked up. I told you, the U.S. is now a trailer park. Congratulations, folks. We're all in it now. But moving on. So I did a story last week, and somebody gave me a flyer in my TikTok messages, and I already knew what was going on. So, and I'm going to dedicate this to Joker because she's passionate as hell about this shit, and I ain't got a problem with it either. We ain't buying it. Anti-Trump groups called on economic boycott ahead of Thanksgiving weekend. I already know the history of Thanksgiving, so I stopped celebrating that bitch about 3-4 years ago. But anyways, Black Voters Matter Until Freedom and Indivisible just launched the We Ain't buying it boycott, and they coming for Target, Amazon, and Home Depot from Black Friday through Cyber Monday. They're calling out these corporations for folding to Trump's bigoted and anti-democratic attacks faster than a cheap lawn chair at a family reunion. I hate them damn lawn chairs. Latasha Brown from Black Voters Matter said it best. Since Trump took office, he's tried to tear apart the fabric of our communities and strip us of our power. And these corporations bowed at Trump's feet instead of standing up. She said, we ain't buying that wealthiest country punishes the poor by withholding SNAP benefits. We ain't buying the families were torn apart by ICE. We ain't buying that DEI commitments get thrown out like last season's fashions, and we definitely ain't buying that corporations are powerless when they got more money than some countries' GDP. It is so true. Tamika Mallory from Until Freedom came through with the heat. These companies cashing in on our working people. And special treatment. Yeah, girl, I heard about that shit too. She got puppy time. Let me take a moment here. This bitch got people serving. She got room service. She got puppy time where she go and play with puppies and shit. People, the fucking people that work at that damn prison feel like her bitch. They have literally said they feel like they are her bitch. It's a hot mess. I can't believe I'm in this country. Anyways, let me get back to this. Let's see here now. Tamika Mallory from Until Freedom came through with the heat. Until Freedom came through with the heat. These companies cashing in on working people, getting billions in tax breaks, then going silent when it's time to stand up against racism and fascism. They want our black dollars, but not our black lives mattering. They want our money, but not our humanity. The audacity is astronomical. The campaign wants folks to shop black, minority, and immigrant-owned businesses instead. Support the corner store, not the corporate giant. Buy from the sister with the online boutique, not the billionaire with the yacht. Get your electronics from immigrant family shops, not the company that won't ever say diversity anymore. The previous Target boycott over... Why the hell all of a sudden I just pictured Terry standing on a hill with a damn cigar with some shades on? I don't know why. And a flag. The previous Target boycott over the DEI rollback led to significant store foot traffic, drops against stagnant sale revenue, and over 1,800 employees laid off. That's what happens when black folks and allies say we're done. We showed them that our dollars have power and we're not afraid to use it. With $80 billion expected in Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales alone, and $253.4 billion projected for the whole holiday season, this boycott could hit different. Black buying power is over $1.6 trillion annually. When we move together, the whole economy feels it. They're asking people to sign a pledge to be a conscious consumer and spread the word. It's not about not shopping. It's about redirecting our economic power to businesses that respect us. Every dollar is a vote, and we're voting for our humanity. Latasha Brown said she hopes people start looking at how we use our economic power and make it a real blackout, not a gray out, not a brown out, a blackout. When black folks boycott, we don't play. I'm going to be on Etsy and I'm going to check that too, because I be side-eyeing. I got something from Target when I bought from Etsy and I'm pissed off about that shit. So check who you're buying from on Etsy as well, because apparently Target and them done got sneaky. Be careful, y'all. Moving on, because we ain't done. This one made me laugh. This was right before these motherfuckers caved. Trump booed at a Commanders game after pushing for stadium name. Don't nobody want your name on them, you ugly ass bastard. You look disgusting, and I really am under the impression that your clothes are not clean. So Donald Trump really showed up to the Washington Commanders game and got booed at like he was the opposing team's mascot. The crowd at Northwest Stadium let him have it. When he appeared on the Jumbotron with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, the lush You could hear the boos from the parking lot. They booed him harder than a bad call by the refs. But wait, it gets better. The boos got louder when he tried to lead a swearing-in ceremony for a new U.S. military recruit. I'm so glad I got recruited in New Orleans by a regular person. Imagine trying to have a solemn military moment and the whole stadium is booing you like you just fumbled on the 1 yard line. Those poor recruits probably wondering if they signing up for the right team. But here's the part that sends me. Reports say Trump pushed for the new D.C. stadium to be named after him. After that ugly ass bastard. The man who just got booed by an entire stadium wants his name on the stadium. That motherfucker will go bankrupt. We will never use that bitch. That's like getting kicked out of the club and asking them to name it after you. His press secretary, that bitch, who's apparently has great lips, I don't know, they still look like two caterpillars to me, was talking about that would be a beautiful name, as it was felon Trump who made the rebuilding of the new stadium possible. Beautiful. Ma'am, did you hear the soundtrack to his visit? It was all booze. The only thing beautiful was watching him realize he's not loved as he thinks. We can't stand his ugly ass. I'm telling you, that whole administration is very unattractive. Really, not one person on that fucking thing is considered model worthy. They are all a train wreck. A fucking hot ass dumpster trash train wreck. That's what that is. Oh, they're all ugly. Anyways, Trump made history as the first sitting president since 1978 to attend a regular season NFL game. He brought the whole crew. Lord. House Speaker Dork Johnson, Commerce Secretary Big Nose Lutgen, White House Chief of Staff Susie, I don't know what you look like, Wiles. It was like a who's who of people you don't want at your tailgate. Hold on. Somebody calling me. Who the hell is it? It's a spam. I hid my phone. Anyways, he got a Commander's jersey with the number 47 on it, and probably the only jersey in the stadium that nobody wants to buy. He joined the Fox NFL commentary team briefly, probably telling them how he would have won the game better, and then watched the team lose 44-22 to the Lions. He's bad luck, dude. He's bad luck. Exactly, that's how I feel. The man attended as a guest of the team's managing partner, Josh Harris, who's probably regretting that invitation now. The crowd's reaction was so bad, security probably had to map out alternative exits. You know it's bad when the home team fans are treating you worse than they treat the rival team. And he still wants the stadium named after him. Trump Stadium, Donald Trump Stadium, the house that Grift built. The narcissism is next level. You just got booed by thousands of people and your response is put my name on the building. That's like getting divorced and asking to keep your name on the house you don't live in anymore. Go ahead, put your name on it as long as you paying the bills, sure. But you ain't getting back in his house? Oh, this man get on my fucking nerves. Alright. And remember what I told y'all about Ketanji's chess move, right? Well, update. Appeals court denies Trump administration request to delay SNAP payments. Shit, those states already knew. Massachusetts gave me my damn shit and I still got a little bit left. I've been trying to spend it, but damn it, I got a tiny refrigerator and I'm trying to keep shit that lasts a while. The First Circuit Court of Appeals just told the Trump administration, pay up or shut up. They denied the administration's request to delay SNAP payments and gave them 48 hours to issue full November benefits. The court said it like they meant it. 48 hours, not 48 business hours. Yeah, he is. He's a dork. Not 48 whenever you feel like hours. 48 hours or else. Let me break down this mess. The USDA announced on October 24th they wouldn't fund November benefits for the 42 million Americans who rely on SNAP. Just announced it like they were canceling a TV show nobody watches. But this ain't entertainment. This is eating. A coalition of nonprofit local governments, a union, and a food retailer said, "See you in court." Because when the government tries to starve people, somebody gotta step up. The administrations missed their November 3rd deadline for full payments and their November 5th deadline for partial payments. They really thought they could just not feed people? That like hunger was going to take a holiday. Nah. The district court ordered them to pay. They appealed, and the first circuit said absolutely not. The First Circuit's words were beautiful. The government failed to show it's entitled to the extraordinary relief of stay and couldn't refute the enormous injury to individuals around the country. That's legal for y'all. Y'all are tripping and people are suffering. The court basically said your political games don't override people's need to eat. The USDA even sent out a memo telling states to reverse any steps taken to issue full payments. They threatened to withhold federal reimbursement for administrative costs if states didn't comply. They really said if you feed people, we won't pay you back. That's extortion. That's like your boss saying, if you do your job too well, I'm cutting your pay. Motherfucker. But some states said, try us. Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont said his state already distributed the full benefits to 360 people and they're not taking it back. He said people who depend on these benefits should never have been caught in the middle of this political fight. We have their backs. That's leadership. That's what happens when you remember government is supposed to serve people, not starve them. Lamont wasn't playing. Connecticut said, we not reaching into people's EBT cards and snatching back groceries. Could you imagine? Sorry, we need those eggs back, that milk, return it, that bread, unbuy it. The chaos that would cause. Massachusetts didn't either. They left that fucking shit there. Meanwhile, 42 million Americans were watching this drama unfold while checking their EBT balances like lottery tickets. Parents trying to figure out how to explain to their kids why the card got denied. Elderly people rationing medication so they could afford food. Disabled folks choosing between rent and groceries. This ain't politics. This is people's lives. Shit, I'm still trying to figure out where the hell the rest of my bills coming from. But luckily, hopefully, Friday I'll be going to orientation. I'll say this once again. I believe my times will be changing from 6:30 on Sundays and Wednesdays to 7:30. I'm sorry for the move, but I got bills to pay, and nobody is paying me here. So, yeah. Anyways, we gonna follow up with the last story of Fuck Around and Find Out, and I'm so glad somebody finally said this shit. Kamala Harris says Democratic Party has taken black women for granted, and we sick of this shit. We should have our own fucking party, personally. Former VP Kamala Harris just read the Democratic parody for filth on Storehouse and Friends with Tamara Chapman. She said Democrats have taken black women for granted, and I'm sorry, where's the lie? Black women show up every election, vote at the highest rates, organize communities, and what do we get? Thoughts and prayers. You pretty much. Shit. These motherfuckers wouldn't be here if the damn indigenous Americans, the indigenous people from this land, hadn't showed y'all how to fucking eat. Dumbasses. Harris said issues affecting black women should be some of the highest priorities. Should be. Not are, but should be. That shade wrapped around in political speak. She mentioned black maternal mortality, black women dying in childbirth at 3 times the rate of white women. 3 times. In the richest country in the world. But sure, let's debate about gas stoves and green M&Ms instead. She talked about never shying away from who she is. I'm never going to feel burdened that because of who I am in the terms of my race and gender that I should pretend not to be. Period. She was the first black woman VP and the first to top a majority party's presidential ticket. The pressure of being the first means you can't just be good, you gotta be perfect, while people question if you're even qualified, which pisses me off so bad. Harris called out the current administration for cutting research funding if it includes the words woman or black. They're literally allergic to acknowledging our existence. You can't even study issues affecting black women without losing funding. How you gonna solve problems you're not allowed to name? That's like trying to cure diseases while pretending it doesn't exist. She faced scrutiny designed to deflect from accomplishment to credibility. They questioned everything: her laugh, her dating history, her receipts, everything except her actual qualifications. The woman was a lawyer. You'd rather a fucked up businessman than a lawyer, a successful lawyer. But I'm still side-eyeing some of her moves. Anyways, she faced scrutiny designed to deflect from accomplishment. I said that. Where is it? Here we go. Meanwhile, mediocre white men failing upward like it's an Olympic sport. The double standard is so obvious. It should have its own zip code. Yeah, she is. Despite the challenges, she's staying optimistic, talking about an incredible amount of optimism and sense of possibilities, and dare I say, joy. She urged supporters, we cannot let any one election or individual dampen that light that we all carry. She's right, we can't. Let them steal our joy, even when they steal our progress. The Democratic Party needs to understand, black women aren't an ATM you only visit when you need something. We're not your emergency contact for voter turnout. We're not your magical Negro trope to save democracy every 4 years while you ignore us the rest of the time. Harris being diplomatic, but I'll say what she's too polite to say. Democrats expect black women to save them from themselves while offering crumbs in return. We're supposed to fight voter oppression, organize communities, turn out voters, and smile while doing it. But when we ask for maternal mortality to be addressed, crickets. When we need student loan relief, silence. When we demand police reform, let's form a committee to discuss maybe thinking about it later. You know what? And that's the same thing you did with reparations, bitch. Get on my goddamn nerves. He isn't a businessman. He's a glorified yard sales. He's a Nepo baby, basically. But that's it for Fuck Around and Find Out. Thank you so much for attending. I will be getting back in my outfit, and then I will be educating y'all on the first from 2000 to in the last 25 years. We still got first. I'm not sure if that's something to celebrate or something to be disgusted by, because really all of us should have already had our first and be coming up on a regular, in my opinion. But you know how this shit go. So let's go ahead and do the education thing, and I'll be right back. I need to puff. My damn medication is wearing off, and I'm getting antsy and angry, and that's never a good thing. So let me get my education. I'll be right back.
Yo, it's too many, hey, it's too many, yo, it's too many, yo, it's too many lies. Look in my eyes, they know I'm the truth. Knocking them down every time I step in the booth. We ain't gotta lie, they know we the vibe, we living in proof. It's young conscious, shoot my life a movie, I live in a spoof. Ain't no sticking around, I'm on the move, I'm checking the dudes. Yeah, it's only us two, so you know we copping that coupe. We on the roof, smoking dope, look at the view. Yeah, we used to chill on the stoop, now we out here breaking the news. It ain't shit you.
Alright, 21st century history makers, Black First from 2000 to 2025. Again, I don't understand why we're celebrating this. We should have already had this done already. There's another first that they're trying to celebrate. I'm not too crazy about. They got the first athletic black woman on Playmate. That is not a flex. Anyways, the new millennium brought us black excellence on steroids. It should have done it a long time ago. We didn't just break glass ceilings, we shattered them and made chandeliers out of them in pieces. Barack Obama became the first black president in 2009. Could you imagine if Miss Chisholm had got that? And some folks still mad about it. They acted like the White House was gonna become a trap house. Meanwhile, Obama was out here giving us health care and catching Osama bin Laden. Dr. Lisa Donnell Cook broke the Federal Reserve barrier in 2024. First black woman on the board of governors, which is the asshole trying to get rid of her. You know how many economic theories she had to master while people questioned if she could count. Ketanji Brown Jackson joined the Supreme Court in 2022, making certain justices very uncomfortable. They probably still trying to figure out how to pronounce her name. I think they need to get rid of that. We still ain't had the first black yes, we did. They're good. Oh, I'm so stupid. We got the first black toad as well, but I don't think that's a flex either. Let's see here now. Where was it? I was trying to figure that. Carla Hayden became the first black librarian of Congress in 2016. She's literally in charge of all the books. Every book in the Library of Congress, that's power. LaFonza Butler made history as the first openly lesbian black woman in the U.S. Senate in 2023. Double first, that's efficiency. In business, Robert L. Johnson became our first billionaire after selling BET for $3 billion in 2001. $3 billion. I think you could have got more, and I really don't think you should have ever sold it. That's a generational wealth. That's my great-great-grandkids don't need jobs money. Are we sure at this rate? Ursula Burns ran Xerox as the first black woman CEO of a Fortune 500 company in 2009. She was making copies and making history. Ruth Simmons took over Brown University in 2001, first black Ivy League president. She was running the same kind of school that used to deny us admission. Virgil Abloh designed for Louis Vuitton until 2021. Had the fashion world shook. Edward Enninful, that's too many N's for me, ran British Vogue starting in 2017, had the Queen looking at fashion magazines. Sports and arts went crazy. Gabby Douglas flipped her way to the Olympic gold in 2012, had little girls everywhere taking gymnastics. Billy Porter won that Emmy in 2019 while wearing a gown to every award show, redefining black masculinity on a prime time. Kendrick Lamar got a Pulitzer Prize for rap music in 2018. Not jazz, not classical, rap. Bob Dylan, Somewhere Confused. Amanda Gorman had grown folks crying at Biden's inauguration with her poetry. Young, gifted, and black at the podium. Simone Biles collected gold medals like Pokemon cards, 4 in 2016 alone. She was defying physics and making it look easy. Science representation. Victor Glover about to fly to the moon on Artemis 2. We're going from back to the bus to the front of the rocket ship. Ibram X. Kendi created the first major anti-racist research center in 2020, studying racism with the same rigor we're studying cancer because it is a cancer. Every single one of these achievements is a middle finger to anyone who said we couldn't. Every first is followed by a second, a third, a flood. We're not just breaking barriers, we're building bridges to the next generation. I have an issue with the whole concept of it just now being first, though. I wish we had done these first a long time ago, seriously. But at least we're getting them. That's it for, well, no, that's not really it for it, but I will say one thing. The next story is a little happy, but it's also a shade to that turd in office, because why did it have to take this man to actually celebrate veterans? You know what I'm saying? Check this out. Where's my good news? I'm telling you right now, it's a hot mess. Oh, I forgot to move it. I forgot to move the thing. You're going to see it in a minute. Alright, so Obama surprises dozens of veterans on honor flight for Veterans Day. Why is it? It should. Okay. Oh, Barack Obama just pulled up on 79 Korean and Vietnam War veterans like the coolest surprise party ever. The veterans on an honor flight just landed at Reagan Airport thinking they were about to see some monuments. And then Obama's voice boomed over the loudspeaker. Hello, everybody. The gasp, the cheers, old men grabbing their hearts like, is this real life? Obama didn't just do a drive-by wave like some politicians. No, sir. He shook every veteran's hand, all 79 of them. I bet you his hand ain't bruised. Each one got a personal moment, a handshake, and a presidential challenge coin. You know what those coins mean? That's a personal recognition from a former president saying, I see you, I honor you, I remember you. I want one. Shit. Obama didn't just do a drive. I said that. He told them their sacrifices will be honored today and every day. Not just on Veterans Day, not just when it's convenient, every day. That's the difference between real respect and performative patriotism. The Honor Flight Network has been doing God's work for 20 years, flying over 317,000 veterans to see war memorials in D.C. for free. These are warriors who might never get to see their memorials otherwise. Some of them are in their 80s and 90s, probably thought they'd never make it to D.C., and here comes the Honor Flight saying, we got you. And an Army veteran, Joe Parr, said he had tears in his eyes meeting Obama. Tears. This man probably seen combat, probably seen things we can't imagine. And Obama's kindness had him emotional. He called it unbelievable how many people remembered him. That's what happens when a real leader shows real respect. We need him back. I know y'all, I'm not sure if y'all saw my repost, but I reposted that song sploof they had talking about Come Back Obama for 2020. It has not aged badly. It still fits. We need his ass now. Anyways, this is what presidential behavior looks like. No cameras needed for campaign ads, no political gain, just genuine respect and gratitude. Obama out here making grown military men cry tears of joy while other presidents getting booed at football games. The contrast is stark. And let's talk about what this means to these veterans. Korean and Vietnam War vets didn't come home to parades. Vietnam vets especially got treated terribly. People spitting on them, calling them names because they should have never went there. Now here's a former president taking time, and I'm not degrading them. I'm degrading the motherfuckers that sent them. Now here's a former president taking time out of his day just to say thank you. That's healing power. Obama probably had a million other things he could have been doing, but he chose this. He chose to stand there and shake 79 hands, look 79 veterans in the eye, and make 79 warriors feel seen. That's character. That's what support the troops looks like. Not like the idiot that's always going on a fucking ramble about how he should have won in 2020 and something about fucking magnets and damn air windmills and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? But anyways, let's talk about another man we should look up to. Dr. Benjamin Chavez. He is celebrated as a father of environmental justice movement. Damn, we need him right now. Dr. Benjamin Chavez just got his flowers at the Mississippi Statewide Environmental Climate Justice Summit, and it's about damn time. This man didn't just fight for environmental justice, he invented the whole concept. He's the founding father of a movement that's saving lives right now. In 1982, Chavez got arrested protesting toxic waste dumping in Warren County, North Carolina. This was a big honor for him as for them. Yep. While sitting in the jail cell, probably on an uncomfortable cot with terrible food, he coined the term environmental racism. Coined it from a jail cell. Most people in jail thinking about getting out. Chavez was creating terminology that would change the world. But here's what'll blow your mind. Chavez was already a political prisoner with Wilmington 10. In 1972, he got arrested for fighting school desegregation violence. They gave him 34 years. The whole group got a combined 282 years. For what? For protecting black students trying to go to school. Amnesty International had to step in and say, y'all are political prisoners. In 1980, they overturned the conviction because witnesses admitted the police pressured and bribed them to lie. They finally got full pardons of innocence in 2012, 40 years later. God dang, that's too damn late. But did that stop Chavez? Hell no. This man has been arrested over 30 times fighting for justice. Some people collect stamps. Chavez collects arrest records for the cause. His 1987 study, Toxic Waste and Race in the United States of America, was the first to prove that black folks been knowing. They put all the poison in our neighborhoods. Aaron Man, it looks like Nair, but with an M. First black president of Sierra Club said the study gave communities the evidence-based ammunition they needed to fight back. Before Chavez, we knew, I hope I'm saying his name right, we knew we were getting poisoned but couldn't prove it. After Chavez, we had receipts. The term environmental racism evolved into environmental justice to include all poor communities getting poisoned. My damn cats, I guess they telling me to hurry it up. Usually they sleeping. Because Chavez realized it wasn't just about race, it was about class too. Poor white communities in Appalachia getting poisoned too. But guess what? The poorest communities are disproportionately black and brown. Now he's the president of the National Newspaper Publishers Association. Still fighting at the summit, Tougaloo College in Jackson, Mississippi. That is one heck of a name. I bet you it means something interesting. Dr. Charlotte Keyes, who organized the summit, been fighting since community in Columbia became a cancer cluster after the chemical plant explosion. These are warriors. At the summit, Chavez called for action at COP30 in Brazil. He said, don't cop out, cop in. He's telling you young people to get involved because climate change is their future burning up. He said, young folks, we're the first to speak out because they understand if we don't fix this, they inherit a dead planet. How about y'all fix this damn country? Because we about to inherit a dead country. This man went from jail cell to global environment leader, from political prisoner to prophet of environmental justice, and he's still fighting. Over 30 arrests. Most people won't even risk a parking ticket for their beliefs. I'm ready. I ain't been in trouble in a long time, but I don't mind some good trouble. So let's move on though. I'm going to get into some more things, more on the parent thing, because like I said, I want to reach out to all facets of the black community. So this one is for the parents dealing with kids going to school. Check this one out. Let's see here now. Where is it? I always forget the buttons. Which button is it? Damn it. Is it this one?
We are poor.
Damn, I forgot to move it. Anyways, anxiety over school admission isn't limited to college. Parents of young children are also feeling pressure, some more acutely than others. So this is to all the parents with younger kids in school or grandparents that are taking care of kids. Choosing a kindergarten got parents out here more stressed than doing their own taxes. In NYC alone, 65,000 kindergartners get matched to over 700 schools annually. 700 schools. Parents can rank up to 12 different schools online like they're doing a fantasy football draft. But instead of winning a trophy, they're trying to win their kid a decent education. Not a winning education, a decent one. The wild part, NYC schools remain the most segregated in the country by race and class in 2025. We got AI writing poetry, but can't figure out how to integrate schools. The same city that claims to be progressive got schools looking like 1954. Shit, come to Boston. It's kind of the same. Mothers feeling like, and down south too, mothers feeling like their school choice determines if they're good moms. Janet from Queens spent hours weekly researching schools started when her kid was still in diapers and still felt behind other mothers. She was scared she failed as a mother if she picked wrong. The pressure got their moms acting like they're defending a dissertation instead of picking a kindergarten. Black and Latino parents got extra stress. They're not looking for good schools. They're looking for schools that won't traumatize their babies with racist nonsense. Fumi, a black immigrant mom, wanted gifted programs for the academics, but worried about the lack of diversity. Her son got bullied at the gifted school. She suspected was racial, but kept him there for academics. That's an impossible choice. I went to a gifted class. I wasn't bullied, but then again, the black kids were bigger. Your child's mental health or their academic future. Parents making over $50,000 searching for specialty schools like they're shopping for organic produce, dual language programs. I would like my child to speak more than one language. Progressive curriculum, STEM focused arts, integration. Meanwhile, working class parents earning under $50,000 choosing schools like their parents did. Whatever's the closest and familiar. The data backs it up. Low income families less likely to choose schools outside their neighborhood, not because they don't care, but because they can't afford the transportation, the time off work, the energy to navigate the Byzantine system. Real talk, my mom finagled her way. I didn't go to inner city schools. I wanted to, but she forced me to go to the white neighborhood schools. I did not like that all the way. Risha and Jeffrey, black working class parents, sent their kids to local public schools, even with lower test scores, because that's what they knew. That's what they trusted. Sometimes the devil you know is better than the charter school that might close mid-year. Since 2003, NYC parents, I wish this had been more countrywide. I see it's focusing on NYC. Anyway, since NYC parents could apply to out-of-zone schools if seats available, the pandemic moved everything online in 2020, making it easier to apply. Easier to apply, but harder to choose. Now you got 700 options staring you from your screen while 5-year-old asking what's for a snack. The percentage of kids attending their zone schools dropped from 72% in 2007 to 2008 to 60% in 2016 to 2017. People voting with their feet or trying to, but ending up more segregated than ever. How does more choice lead to more segregation? Because choice without equity is just musical chairs, where some kids don't even get a chair. This anxiety shows the fundamental brokenness of American education. Parents nationwide dealing with schools that got budgets differing by millions based on zip code. We got kindergarten applications looking like college admissions. 5-year-olds need resumes now. What's next? Interviews? They already got them. Tell me about a time you showed leadership in preschool. The fuck? Man, I didn't even go to preschool. I went to baby school at the local area where my mama teach in the hood. Then I went to her daycare center until I went to kindergarten. So I never had Head Start, and I never had a kindergarten graduation either. Everybody is sitting up there looking at me stupid. Anyways, that's it for that. We're about to go into celebrity. I'm going to try and go through it as fast as I can. It's not that bad. Then we're going to go through health, and if we got time, we might have a fashion show, but it's up to y'all, because my damn schedule just got screwed. I was going to go off earlier, but it got screwed since orientation isn't until Friday now. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and do my commercial. As always, if you have any suggestions or anything you want me to change or tweak, let me know in the comments. Just don't come at me crazy. That's all I got to say. I'll be right back.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. Little ones go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turned.
I don't know where this woman came from, but wherever the hell she came from, she never went back, and she been going up ever since. That's all I know. The woman she just up there. Teyana Taylor just got her first Grammy nomination after 2 decades in the game. I told you she never left. And I need everybody to understand what that means. This woman's been grinding since she was 15. 20 years later, that's longer than 20 years. That's longer than some of y'all have been alive. Escape Room is up for Best R&B Album, and she posted a video trying not to cry through her face mask while getting congratulation calls. She says she feels like God saying, "I never forgot you." 20 years to the day after signing her first record deal. Do you understand the patience that takes? The faith? Most people give up after 2 years. Teyana been pushing for 2 decades. Shit, I've been pushing for almost 4 years here. From My Super Sweet 16, I remember that, where America first met her, to Pharrell's Star Trek Entertainment, where she was supposed to be the next big thing but got shelved, to Kanye's Good Music, where she was supposed to get pushed but got overlooked. She never stopped. She said every tear, every closed door, every whispered prayer, every moment of doubt all mattered. It all led here. Escape Room came out after her divorce from that train wreck Iman Shumpert was finalized. She channeled all of that pain, all of that growth, all that transformation into art. She said she created it from pure truth and obedience, not trying to chase trends, not trying to sound like anybody else, just truth. She was supposed to be, this was supposed to be her last album. I remember that. She said she was retiring. She announced retirement from music to focus on creative directing. She was ready to walk away, but God said, "Not yet, sis." Sometimes that blessing comes right when you stop chasing it. She's competing against Giveon. I've heard that name before, but I don't remember the music. Leon Thomas, Coco Jones. I'm not sure. Maybe she came back. Ledisi. I didn't know she was making music. All incredible artists, but Teyana deserves to be in that room. She's been deserving. The Grammys just finally caught up to what we've been knowing. But wait, she's also got Oscar buzz for playing Perfidia in Beverly Hills in one battle after another. That is one hell of a name. With Leonardo DiCaprio, Best Supporting Actress potential. She said February and March 2026 about to be peak Teyana time, Grammys and Oscars. She said this moment hits a lot harder than it would have if everything had gone my way when I wanted it to. Well, they say you don't work on your time, you work on God's time. There you go. The Most High got you. Let's see here. That's testimony. Sometimes God delays are not denials. They're setups for something greater. If she had blown up at 15, will she appreciate it like she does at 35? She looked good for 35. I'm telling you that right now. Family and friends calling and FaceTiming, and Teyana did not trying not to cry because it would mess up her face mask. It's real joy. That's validation after years of being overlooked. That's proof that persistence pays off. From choreographing, I hate this word now, herself in Kanye's Fade. I'll never forget that video. To directing her own projects, to finally getting Grammy recognition. She did it her way. No compromising, no selling out, just pure artistry and patience. But we ain't got that no more in this goddamn time age. Shit. Moving on, because we running out of time. Daylight anyways. So yesterday was Veterans Day, so let's talk about celebrities that served in the military. Unlike the turd in office. Y'all think you know these celebrities, but did you know they served the military before serving us entertainment? These folks were from the uniform to stardom, and some of their military stories are wild. Sinbad was Air Force, found his calling doing comedy in 1979, performing for Tops in Blue. That's Air Force Touring Ensemble. Imagine being stationed somewhere boring, and here comes Sinbad making you laugh. He won Star Search and said, "Peace out, military." But that military discipline probably why his comedy timing was always perfect. Sherman Hemsley. George Jefferson himself served 4 years in the Air Force, was stationed in Japan, Korea, before coming back and becoming TV royalty. This man went from military base to moving on up to the east side. When he died, they buried him with military honors, saluting both his service and legendary TV status. Marvin Gaye joined at 17, 1956, but his superiors called him uncooperative and lackadaisical. I would be too if I was. The military couldn't handle all that, so he faked mental illness, oh Lord, to get discharged in 1957. I wish I could fake it, but none of this is fake. Imagine being his commanding officer trying to make Marvin Gaye march when he just wanted to sing about what was going on. Cheryl Underwood served as a field medic. I did not think she would have been a field medic. I would have just thought she would have been a cadet. Started in 1981. How old is she? Was in Germany and South Korea. Now she's on the top, but she used to be about action. From saving lives to making us laugh, that's range. Yeah, I used to see her on Comic View. She was small then. MC Hammer was Navy for 3 years as an aviation storekeeper. He was organizing supplies before he was organizing concerts. From Yes Sir to Can't Touch This. What a journey. Harry Belafonte joined in 1944, hoping to serve in World War II. Used his benefits for acting school when he got out in 1945. The military literally funded the career that gave us the King of Calypso. Montel Jordan was a machine. Went to Marines, got into Naval Academy, then went to Navy. First black Marine to graduate Academy Prep School and Annapolis. I was supposed to go there. In 1980, he was breaking barriers before he was breaking up fights on daytime TV. Jimi Hendrix joined the Army in 1961 to avoid prison. Okay, that's good. Was in the 101st Airborne Division, spending his year perfecting guitar. The military gave us the greatest guitarist of all time because they gave him the time to practice. Oh shit! I knew about Sinbad Sherman and the badass Audie Murphy. Oh. Mr. T was National Guard military police. His punishment for misbehavior, chopping down 70 trees in 3.5 hours. 70 trees. That's why he pities fools. He knows what real work looks like. That mohawk and gold chain came after learning military discipline. Sidney Poitier lied about his age to join the Army. Served as a medical attendant at the mental hospital, then acted his way out in less than a year. The man who would become the first black man to win an Oscar for Best Actor started acting to get out the military. Wow. Berry Gordy served in the Korean War before creating Motown, from military service to creating the sound of young America. James Earl Jones was commissioned as a second lieutenant in 1953 and became a first lieutenant before discharge. The voice of Darth Vader started as a military officer. And Richard Pryor joined in 1959, but lasted less than a year due to behavior issues. The military couldn't handle that raw, unfiltered Pryor energy. They probably discharged him just to stop the chaos. I believe it. And those are the people that served and are more American than the jackass in office right now. Moving on. Where's my damn thing? I always forget which one it is. There it is. Oops. Ain't
nobody got time for that.
Fuck it. Anyways, Queen Latifah reunites with Living Single cast to share rare behind the scenes secrets. And quiet as kept, they're trying to bring back A Living World to Netflix. So far, all the shit, and if you heard that was one of my cats doing something stupid. I'm about to kick that little fucker's ass when I get her. Anyways, I don't know, because I didn't like that they turned Fresh Prince of Bel-Air into a drama, so I never watched that. All these revamps, how about y'all make something new? I'm just saying. But let's talk about Queen Latifah. So Queen Latifah just spilled all the tea on the Reliving Single podcast with Erica Alexander and Kim Coles. She gave flowers like she was Oprah. You get recognition, you get a recognition, everybody gets recognition. Latifah revealed that Erica Alexander's addition to the show literally shifted the entire energy. She was like, to get you was like, what? Even though Erica joked she was found off the street like an urchin. Latifah said, you don't give yourself proper credit. First of all, your influence is strong, girl. called her a professional maverick, kingdom, queendom urchin. Only Latifah would make that sound like a compliment. But here's the vulnerable part. Latifah admitted she knew nothing about TV or acting. I wasn't used to TV. I didn't know anything about TV. I barely knew about acting at all. This is Queen Latifah talking. The woman we all think was a born camera ready. She called herself a sponge, learning from Alexander and Kim Coles. Look, I was in a commercial once, and damn it, they probably never want to see my ass again. I stopped that damn commercial so many times because I was hungry. My mother threatened to knock my damn teeth out. I'm just saying, I was 4. Anyways, moving on. The theme song is let's see here now. Okay. Before living single, she was already running the music industry with Flavor Unit, but TV was foreign territory. She went from controlling the hip hop narrative to knowing where to stand on set. She credited Alexander and Coles as her guides. Imagine being so good at your job that you're teaching Queen Latifah. The theme song story is legendary. The show was originally called My Girls, and Latifah created a completely different theme. Totally different, very soulful, vibey, with singing and rapping. She said, obviously I come from music, and this is my show in my mind. I'm like, I gotta do the theme song. She understood them. Theme song resonated in people's minds forever. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that song. I still love Living Single. I'll watch it again. When they changed the name to Living Single after the pilot, she had to go back to the lab and create the iconic "We Are Living Single" theme. We still sing today. In the 1990s, that theme song is in the Library of Congress of our minds. You hear those first notes and you immediately transport to Thursday nights on Fox, right before I had to take a shower and get ready for school. She talked about her evolution from music mogul to actress with such honesty. Most celebrities pretended they were always perfect, but Latifah keeping it 100 about the loss and being lost and learning. That's why she's the queen. She's royal but relatable. The chemistry between these women, you can feel it through the podcast. They're not just talking about a show they did. They're talking about a movement they created. Living Single walked so Friends could run. And I still ain't never watched Friends. And we all know Friends was just living single with white people in Manhattan. Basically. All right, so I talked about SZA before, but let me really get into SZA's story. So SZA partners with LA restaurant John and Vinny's to provide 1,400 free meals for SNAP recipients. I had already gave you a summary of it, but let's get into it. SZA said, the government won't feed the people, I will. And she didn't come with no weak offerings. She partnered with John and Vinny's to provide 1,400 free meals. That's 1,400 families eating good because SZA decided to be the change. The government shutdown led to SNAP benefits being cut, affecting 600,000 Angelinos, can't believe that's a real name, and 5.5 million Californians. I'm not saying that again. That's more people than the entire population of South Carolina. And what's the government doing? Fighting in court about whether they should feed people. Meanwhile, SZA's out there like, I got y'all. I told y'all before, but if you didn't catch it, from November 11th to the 18th in Slauson neighborhood, if you got SNAP benefits, you're eating that good Italian food. Not no struggle meals, no rice and beans again, but John and Vinny's. The spot where celebrities paid $30 for pasta. I ain't paying that damn much for no damn noodles. SZA said, y'all know how much I love John and Vinny's, but it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. That's not charity, that's community. Her Not Charity initiative is about nourishing underserved communities through holistic solutions. She's very holistic looking. She's not just feeding bodies, she's feeding souls. The money comes from her Not Beauty cosmetics line, so every lipstick sold is potentially feeding somebody. Remember, her cosmetic line is called Not Beauty. I'm going to look into that. She's not supporting community fridges in LA, mutual aid in New Jersey. Oh, She's supporting community fridges in LA, mutual aid in New Jersey, and direct support in St. Louis. She's nationwide with care. California Attorney General Rob Bonta is fighting the USDA in court because they're trying to cut SNAPs to 65% funding. 65% funding. Here we go. Like Hungary is having a sale. The USDA blaming the shutdown, but California said that's unlawful and confusing. Federal judge blocked the cuts, but the fact we need judge to tell the government to feed people is insane. SZA mentioned back in May that she's been doing this work quietly. She's not waiting for Instagram likes or viral moments. She's just doing the work. While politicians debating, SZA's demonstrating. While they're legislating, she's feeding. Think about what this means. A singer is doing the job of the government. An artist is being the safety net. SZA probably spent more on feeding people this week than she did on jewelry all year. That's priorities. That's understanding hey, you got my support now. Shit, I'll support you with anything. You gonna take care of us? Hell yeah, I got your back now. Oh, that's a very nice gesture. Woo. That's understanding that success means nothing if community is starving. And she's doing this while working on music, touring, living her life. She could easily say that's not my problem, but instead she said that's not acceptable. Every artist talking about being from the streets needs to match this energy. Yes, I'm so sick of these motherfuckers talking about I grew up in these streets. Well then, feed the motherfuckers that are still in the streets. You got up out there, help us up out there, bitch. Stop sitting up there looking in the bucket and reach in and pull us out. Now I'm gonna tell you this next story. I'm gonna try to be non-biased, but I'm on Roland's side on this one. I'm sorry, cause I've watched multiple stories on this shit, and Charlemagne and his people are idiots. Okay, cause right now we're still in open season. People are still open to like signing up for healthcare and shit. The premiums and shit are not gonna go up until January, and this dumbass is saying stupid shit. Oh Lord. So the girls are fighting, and by girls I mean two grown black men in media who should be on the same team. Roland Martin called Charlemagne's government shutdown comments beyond idiotic and made him donkey of the day. Not just wrong, not just misinformed, beyond idiotic. Roland made a whole YouTube video titled Beyond Idiotic. Roland tears down Charlemagne's shutdown misinformation. He brought a panel of experts. He had charts, graphics. It was like a master class in how to publicly destroy your media brother 101. Charlemagne clapped back by calling Roland a Democrat dancing machine, basically saying Roland's so far up the Democrats behind he can see what they have for breakfast. Charlemagne said there's a difference between misinformation and different opinions. But you don't sit up there and tell people that fucking premiums are going to go up already. Stupid. He's like, just because you disagree with me doesn't mean I'm spreading lies. If you say something like it's a statement rather than saying I think or it might or have some kind of probability, then it sounds like you're stating it as truth, you dumbass. Did you go to... Never mind. I've heard him talk. Never mind. Charlemagne admitted his explanation might have been too short or oversimplified, but said Roland calling it misinformation is a lie and an attempt to discredit the Breakfast Club. I think the Breakfast Club discredited itself already many a times over, honestly. He said his concern was for federal workers and SNAP recipients. Shit, Joker was sitting up there telling us to keep pushing the fight. She's federal, so somebody explain to me, whose side are you really on? Anyway, suffering for the shutdown. He's like, I'm trying to help people eat and y'all worried about political messaging. Roland responded saying he doesn't care about personal attacks because larger issues affect our community. He said he's about truth and facts, whether white or black. He advised black folks to pick credible black-owned media, which is shade because he's implying the Breakfast Club ain't credible. They're not. This isn't anything to argue about. It's happening or is it not? I don't know. I'm tired of it. Roland said I'm not hard on us. I'm all hard on facts and he doesn't like people, so who spews things that are not factual? Look, I'm just hoping these motherfuckers actually tell the truth for once and, actually do their job and vote on this shit next month. If not, then I hope that the Democrats shut this shit down again in January and don't let up. Because this is ridiculous. I had to call my mom just to check out if she got a premium letter. And shit, I don't know. I might get my ass kicked off of Medicaid until I find a fucking stable job. I told you I find a temporary job. That's why I'm moving my time to 7:30 if it's real. Because they moved my damn orientation Thursday to Friday. I don't get that. Anyways, Roland said, I'm not hard on us, I'm on hard on facts, and I don't like people who spew things that are not factual. But here's the thing. Both of them got platforms. Both of them got audiences. Instead of combining forces, they're dividing the community. Social media is begging them to hash it out on the Breakfast Club instead of these separate platform subliminals. People like, get Roland on the show and have a real conversation. But no, we got YouTube videos, radio rants like this is WWE. And I don't like drama. I stopped watching that. Meanwhile, the actual government shutdown is affecting real people while they're arguing about who's misinforming who. Families are trying to figure out how to eat. It's like arguing about the best way to get out of a fire while the house is burning. Ain't no joke. I wasn't here for that, correct. Thank you, but like I said, I'm not sure because, like I said, they sent me an email earlier today saying, yes, we need unity because this is ridiculous. I think we should all unify and get the fuck out of here, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, social media is begging them to hash it out on the Breakfast Club. I don't give a fuck. Meanwhile, yeah, I already said that. So this is what happens when egos get in the way of missions. Both of them are supposedly caring about the black community, but they're both concerned with being right than being unified. The white supremacist power structure watching this like, good, let them fight. You bastards, get on my goddamn nerves. But on hopefully better news, let's see what Megan is doing. Let me get this right, god dang it. I'm gonna get this damn right. Alright, which button is it? Is this one. Alright, here we go.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I got it. Megan Thee Stallion is looking pudgy, but still, is manifesting a Super Bowl halftime performance. Megan Thee Stallion told Us Weekly she's manifesting the Super Bowl halftime show. So I guess the halftime show gonna be in Houston? And honestly, the NFL better listen. She said, well, ain't she signed to rock? It might happen. It really might happen. I would really love the opportunity if it had presented itself. I think she hinting. I would embrace the challenge. Embrace the challenge, baby. You would destroy that stage. She wouldn't be, I promise you, I'm pretty sure this is her downtime. She'll probably be almost Serena Williams built before she does that show. She said she'd turn it into a big party. Please don't have a fight, god dang it, because you know what happens when people get too rowdy with surprises and put on for my city, Houston. Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't know if that's good or bad. She'd have the whole stadium twerking. That's what I'm scared of. Grandmas and stands hitting the knees. I better not see that. The cameramen wouldn't know where to point. I will be laying down going to sleep embarrassed if she does that. She's been infiltrating the sports world all year, dating Dallas Mavericks Klay Thompson, get that championship energy, launching Explained by Megan Thee Stallion with Fanatic Sportsbook. The campaign celebrates basketball, music, and culture. She's showing the NFL she understands the assignment. Okay, that's good. Good to know. Her excuse me. She threw me off. She's starting to take over Joker's job. She threw me off with that one. Her philosophy is betting on herself since day one, I bet. Now I'm thinking about Tory Lanez. From deciding to become a rapper when everyone said finish college, to launching her tequila brand, to starting a swimwear line. I have never seen her swimwear line. She never doubted herself. She said, you can't let fear or insecurity stop you from reaching your full potential. That's not just bars, that's life advice. Think about her journey. Lost her mother, lost her grandmother, got pew-pewed, allegedly, dealt with betrayal, allegedly, faced criticism, and still became one of the biggest artists in the world. The Super Bowl stage ain't nothing compared to what she already overcame. Bad Bunny performing February 8th got everybody debating if he's the right fit. I'm not debating it. I don't care. I don't have a say in who gets to play. I was just happy as hell it was Kendrick last year. Meanwhile, we got Megan Thee Stallion right there. She got the hits, the energy, the performance ability, the everything. Body, stadium anthem, savage, crowd participation, WAP, I ain't doing it. I ain't listening to that stupid ass WAP song. Fuck that shit. Okay, maybe the clean version, but still, I ain't doing it. She could bring out Beyonce for Savage remix, bring out Glorilla, bring out Cardi, have a whole hot girl Super Bowl. Please don't do that, because some people don't know how to dress. I'm all for the energy, but man, some people don't know how to dress. I keep thinking of Lizzo. Shit. Anyways, from Hot Girl Summer to Super Bowl Sunday, that's evolution. From freestyling in ciphers to potentially commanding the biggest stage in entertainment. And she's manifesting it with the same energy she manifested everything else in her career. What the hell is manifesting? I keep getting told about it, and I should try to manifest. I don't know how to manifest. I just know how to pray. So, okay. But anyways, we're going to move on to our last celebrity story. Then we're going to get into health and our palate cleanser. And if you're up for it, I got some more fashion. But if not, then we're going to call it a night. And I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to go back to taking notes because my homework's due again. Anyways, let's check this one out. I'm going to get this right.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I got it. She's back. Wendy Williams, dementia and misdiagnosis, says top neurologist. This woman right here got more messed up. Girl, when you finish suing the damn medical, you won't ever have to work again. A top neurologist just said Wendy Williams might have been misdiagnosed with dementia for 3 years. You know how much money that is. Let that sink in. 3 years of being treated for something she might not even have. New test in NYC concluded she does not have frontal temporal dementia, which her whole family and her been saying. How you mess up that bad? Experts saying frontal temporal dementia only gets worse, never better. Don't you know these motherfuckers misdiagnosed me, said I didn't have BPD, come to find out 10 years later I really did have that shit? Anyways, let's see here now. But Wendy, she's shown remarkable neurological resilience. I talked about that before. Since getting sober 3 years ago, I talked about that. She looked good at New York Fashion Week 2025. Hair done, outfit together, making sense. I hope no shorts on. That ain't dementia behavior. That's Wendy being Wendy. Her lawyer, Joe Tacopina, filing papers in 2 weeks to end the guardianship. If the judge says no, they're demanding a jury trial. They're treating this like a criminal case because keeping somebody under guardianship who doesn't need it is criminal. Okay. Think about what Wendy's been through. 3 years of people controlling her money, her movements, her life based on possibly wrong diagnosis. She can't even buy a coffee without permission. Can't see her son without supervision. This ain't protection, it's imprisonment. The Guardian claiming she has dementia, but multiple witnesses saying she's fine. Who benefits from keeping Wendy under guardianship? I said that. Follow the money. Who's getting paid to manage her affairs? Who's making decisions about her fortune while she's locked away from the public? Wendy went from how you doing to how can I get out? This woman built an empire with her mouth. The sharpest tongue in daytime TV. She irritated me personally. And now they trying to say her mind is gone. She irritated me, but she's still human. She deserves her fucking rights like anybody else. The same mind that remembered every piece of celebrity gossip for 20 years suddenly can't function. If she was really that sick, why is she getting better without the guardianship's help? Why is she improving despite their treatment? Maybe because the treatment was the problem. This is bigger than Wendy. This is about guardianship system that traps people, especially women, especially black women, in legal cages. Britney Spears fought this same battle. How many people without Wendy's resources are trapped right now? Free Wendy Williams. Let her get back to her purple chair and her tea so I can be annoyed again. And we need her commentary on all this mess happening in 2025. The culture needs Wendy free. If you say so. I don't care, but I don't really care about her show, but yes, I believe she deserves her freedom. Moving on, since we doing health now, let's go do the health thing then. Where's my health button? Okay, there it is. I probably should put this in order. Here we go.
We are at war.
Got sensitive skin? Here are the 20 best Winter moisturizers. Let me tell you about it. Winter got your skin sensitive, acting up worse than your ex on social media after they see you happy? The cold air lacks humidity. Indoor heating makes it worse, and your skin is literally gasping for moisture like it just ran a marathon in the desert. Dermatologists seeing more skin conditions than a medical textbook right now. Eczema flaring, psoriasis popping, regular dry skin looking like snake scales. That's fucked up. Your face out here looking like you're molting, and don't get me started on what this winter does to black skin. We get ashy in places we didn't even know get ashy. Experts saying use hyaluronic acid. I don't like the fact that it had acid in the end. And glycerin, squalene to lock in moisture. Think these ingredients are the Avengers of skincare, assembling to save your face. Avoid chemical exfoliants and denatured alcohol. They'll cab your face drier than Trump's political economics. The alcohol in your toner, that's not cleansing, that's violence against your skin. With my dry skin, Vaseline works fine for me. Okay. For kids, skip everything harsh. No artificial fragrances. That's just perfume in disguise. No lanolin if they're allergic. Some kids react like they touched poison ivy. None of those acids that could sound like science experiments. Kids' skin is like new car leather. Treat it gentle or it cracks. We do not need no 80-year-old looking 4-year-olds, please. Men's skin is 20% thicker with more oil, but shaving stresses it out, especially black men dealing with ingrown hairs. That be looking gross. Every shave is a battlefield. Your face fighting a two-front war against winter and your razor. Y'all can share products with your partners, but get the razor right and use it right. Stop using the same disposable razor for 3 months. Top picks that won't break the bank. Towers 28 SOS moisturizer at $24 at got the National Eczema Association seal. I have eczema. That's like the FDA approval of sensitive skin. But the question is it big? Because I ain't spending $24 for just a little ass bottle. I'm sorry. I want to be healthy and look on fleek or whatever the fuck, but I ain't got money like that. Orient whipped shea butter for $19.99 will have you glowing like you got a fresh tax return. Bolden F Hydra from black owned brand at $24.49. Support black businesses while you're supporting your skin. The 103 collection at $14.99 is black owned, vegan, and budget friendly. That's the trifecta. Your skin and your wallet will thank you. For the bougie folks, Necessaire body cream at $48. You won't find me getting it. Strengthens your skin barrier like it's preparing for war. Pral's customized moisturizer at $44.20. You know how much groceries I could get? It's literally made for your specific skin after you take a questionnaire. I ain't doing no damn test for that. It's like having a dermatologist in a jar. And please patch test everything. Don't slap new products on your whole face like you're frosting a cake. Test the small area first. I don't care if it says gentle. Gentle for who? Test it. Winter skincare isn't just vanity, it's health. Cracked skin is an invitation for infections. Eczema flares can lead to scarring. I know about that shit. This is preventative medicine. Me personally, I'm going to go with the Vaseline as well. Not maybe the jar, but they do have Vaseline skincare now. I think I'll go with that until I can get bougie. Moisturize like your skin depends on it, because it literally does. That's why I'm going to go outside. Shit. One more health story, and then we're just going to get to the palate cleanser, okay? Facing the unknown. What's it like to participate in a clinical trial? I can tell you right now, it's very confusing, but it's worthwhile. And honestly, I'm a procrastinator, so I know they got irritated with me. I recently did a clinical test with my blood for people dealing with cancer and blood works, and now I'm doing a new one with nose and the nose and something. I'm sitting on it, but I need to do it, and I will once shit calms the hell down. on. But yeah, let's talk about it. Let me bust this myth right now. Clinical trials ain't just last resorts for desperate people. Many trials are available before standard treatments. If you got non-small cell lung cancer, these trials might literally save your life, and we need more black people participating. You're not a guinea pig, you're a partner in the process. You got rights, protections, and can leave whenever you want. This ain't Tuskegee 2.0. Shit, I still got $5 off that gift card still. I don't know what to do with it. If you got wait a minute. You got rights, protections, and you can leave whenever you want. This ain't Tuskegee 2.0. There's oversights, ethic boards, and more lawyers than a courthouse making sure you're protected. The process starts with screening. They review your medical history, scan labs, maybe genetic markers. You get detailed paperwork explaining everything. Not that fine print nonsense. Real explanations you can understand. You can ask questions until you're satisfied. Your cousin who thinks she's a doctor from watching Grey's Anatomy can even read it. During the trial, you get more medical attention than regular treatment. Frequent checkups, imaging, lab work, monitoring for side effects. It's like having a medical team on speed dial. You might continue standard treatments alongside the study treatment. It's not either or, it's often and. Your caregiver becomes part of the team. They're not just driving you to appointments. They're partners in this journey. The support system is real. You're contributing to medical progress while getting cutting-edge treatment. Here's why black participation matters. We die from lung cancer at a higher rate, but we're underrepresented in trials. How are we supposed to know if treatments work for the U.S. if we're not in the studies? We can't reduce disparities from the outside looking in. Johnson & Johnson is recruiting adults with NSCLC right now. I don't know what that is, so I guess I'm out. This ain't charity. This is advancement. Wait a minute. Maybe that's the group. I'm going to see if that's the group. Let's see here now. Every black person in a trial makes the results more relevant to our community. Your participation could help your cousin, your neighbor, your grandchild. Shit, the trial I went into was called Your Voices. Anyways, let's see here now. The monitoring is actually reassuring. Any concern gets addressed immediately. You're not waiting 3 months for your next appointment, wondering if something's wrong. They're checking you constantly. There's a better care than most insurance provide. By participating, you're not just helping yourself. You're helping ensure treatments for all of us. You're making sure the medicine of tomorrow includes black faces in the data. That's power, and that's changing the game from the inside. So if you don't remember, that is Johnson & Johnson, and they are working with NSCLC right now. Okay? I don't know if right now is together, but NSCLC right now. So I'm going to check that out and see if I can help. And now, y'all, it is time for the palate cleanser. I'll be right back. I'm going to put up my last commercial and my promos. This is a black owned company. I don't get anything. She has offered, but I don't want anything from her. I just want her to grow. So this is black owned. If you're interested in, lip gloss and CBD, check this commercial out. Sorry about that. That's called CBD Honey Lips. They're located in the New York area. You can find them on Threads, Instagram, and Twitch. CBD Honey Lips. Moving on, it's time for strange ass news. The the palate cleanser. I apparently forgot to put a picture up here, but I still can show you the video. Thank God I did a video, and I have the script for it. So let's go ahead and look at this. This is for all the people in Massachusetts, by the way. Wrong one.
All the things you'd expect to find near the Charles River, this may be the most unlikely. Take a good look here. This is a small alligator. One man spotted that gator along the bike path. Thank you for staying with us. I'm David Wade.
I'm Courtney Cole. Now, these are not ideal conditions for a gator, as you would imagine. WBZ's Mike Sullivan talked with the man who had that close encounter.
Often, the most dangerous animal on the Esplanade is a goose. That is, except this week.
I looked down looking for fish and I saw an alligator.
Trevor Rochelle did what anyone would do next. He took out his phone.
I thought it was fake. I didn't believe it.
The reptile wading through the murky Charles, emerging to greet Trevor by the bank of a lagoon.
TT Gator was sitting right here and he moonwalked right back into the water.
Next came the questions.
What do I do? What should happen?
Is this thing even alive?
Did you poke this alligator with a stick?
Gently.
Do people think it's AI?
That was the first thing that people thought. They're like, you're joking, this is not real.
That stick you saw in the video, the one he pokes it with.
Here's the stick.
It's still there.
It's just as funny to me even talking about it.
He says no one believed him, not even animal control at first.
They thought I was crazy. The guy didn't believe me until I said I live near MIT. Then that gave them the, okay, maybe he's not as dumb as we thought he was. So calling this in.
It turns out this isn't the first time this has happened.
He's dealt with a couple and he had dealt with one in the Jamaica Plain area as well.
We covered a similar story in 2010. A canoeist came across one in the Charles in Needham. A local reptile educator pulled it from the water with his bare hands.
Definitely not native. Maybe someone had ill intentions.
Mass Wildlife is aware of the video and they are working with Boston Animal Control and Mass Environmental Police to try to capture it. Alligators are not native to the state and cannot survive the cold weather. They're also illegal to own in Massachusetts.
Trying to get everybody to come out here and try to find this thing so we can get it to the right home. I think that's the end goal here. So
in Boston, I'm Mike Sullivan, WBZ News.
I got to say, I feel bad for it. I mean, probably somebody got it and then didn't know what to do with it and then sort of let it go. I feel bad.
I've got to tell you, as someone who worked in Florida for many years, I'm slightly desensitized. I have to remember, right. This is not normal here.
It is not. No, normally we run from things like that.
Right.
Well, great. We got alligators in Boston. Great, just great. So Boston is turning to Florida now? I'm getting the hell up out of this bitch. Anyway, so wildlife authorities are hunting this gator like it owes them money. Massachusetts Division of Wildlife, Boston Animal Control, and Environmental Police all looking for this displaced reptile. The three agencies for one confused gator. They got a whole task force like this alligator is public enemy number one. Did he even bite anybody's finger yet? Trevor Rochelle caught it on video and poked it with a stick. Sir, that's an alligator. That's not a sleeping cat. I don't even poke my cats with a stick. I poke them with my finger right in the nose, and then they look at me stupid. The gator slipped back into the water like, I'm not dealing with this Massachusetts energy today. I'm surprised he's not frozen sicko yet, because it snowed. A little bit, but apparently it snowed. Multiple sightings reported, which means this gator's been touring Boston like a lost tourist. Probably swimming past Harvard. This ain't a swamp I ordered. The gator got more confused than anybody. Went from somebody's illegal pet to swimming in water colder than New England's personality. And I ain't even going to joke. That damn personality. That's what I'm saying. The duck population is about to go down. That might be good, because the geese in Boston are gangster. And so are the fucking turkeys. Alligators ain't even legal pets in Massachusetts. So somebody was out here playing Steve Irwin in their apartment. What's the end game? You can't walk an alligator. You can't cuddle with it. It's not fetching no sticks unless you want to lose a hand. Mass Wildlife said it won't survive the winter. I doubt it. It looks like a baby. It's probably a sickle already. Probably floating somewhere belly up. Ugh. That water's about to turn that gator into a gator sickle. Massachusetts winter don't play. The alligator about to learn the Boston Strong really means frozen. Swim south. This girl sitting up here trying to tell us to swim south, go south. This ain't even the first time they pulled a 4-footer out in 2010. So apparently Massachusetts got a secret alligator problem nobody talking about. Y'all got, so we got underground alligator fights or something, I guess. I don't know. The origin is unknown. Nobody knows. Somebody woke up and their pet was gone. Check Craigslist for missing one alligator. Answer 2. Actually, doesn't answer to anything because it's an alligator. The gator, gator probably regretting all its life choices right now. Went from chilling in somebody's bathroom to being most wanted in Massachusetts. From warm tank to Charles River. That's like going to a spa, from a spa to an ice bucket challenge. And whoever thought that shit up is the devil. God dang it. I tried rinsing my hair with lukewarm water last night, and I had to have a situation with myself. I had to sit down and, have a discussion about that. This alligator is seeking asylum from Massachusetts winter, but ain't sanctuary cities for gators. It's about to learn why the Patriots play in the cold, because everything else dies. That gator better phone home to Florida real quick. I told you, even the animals don't want to be in that area. I'm going to call it a night because we went all the way to 9 o'clock, y'all. I got the best looks from the 2025 CFDA Part 2 ready for next Sunday if you're interested. I already posted some of it from last Sunday. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be in dragging mode. Or I'll be a frazzled nutcase. Either way, because I got jury duty next week, too. But now I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all. And you always know I got your back. This is a privately owned show. My privately owned show. But, hey, I'm always there to help. And I'm always there to get your back, have your back. But it's my show. Mine. That's for anybody. Just saying. Alright, y'all. Just for real though, I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming. I got your backs. I hope you got mine. Good night.
I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul. On the road, I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul. On the road.